Well, he's done it again. Max Verstappen on pole position for the 2024 Australian Grand Prix. I'm not going to lie. Very surprised, very impressed. It was a really strong qualifying, especially Q3 from Max. Honestly, genuinely, I know he's got a good car, but he delivered 2 stonking laps in Q3. I actually really thought Ferrari looked set for pole, at least, you know, to fight for pole, but it just didn't materialize at all in Q3. A big surprise. Guys, if you haven't seen the last episode, go check it out. Jeddah. Spoilers ahead. For now though, lap times on screen. A 1 minute 15.915 was the pole lap from Max in qualifying. And we're going to try and beat it here today. So far, after 2 rounds, we are 2 for 2. Exactly like Max, who is now 3 for 3. So the question is, can we match him and beat him for a 3rd time in 3 races? Overall, qualifying, like I said, I really thought Ferrari would actually get it. Mercedes looked decent in FP3. McLaren weren't too bad, but everyone just seemed to fall away, and Red Bull actually got stronger in qualifying, especially in Q3. It seems like only they were able to find time. So yeah, that aside, we're going to set the car into low battery mode. We're going to run a default setup with a slight brake adjustment towards the rear, and we're going to see if we can get near Verstappen's time. So stock settings, currently on the hard tyres, a C2. Turn 1, easy does it, avoid that inside curb, which is very nasty as a bump. Turn 2, easy flat. Turn 3, brake at the green flashing box. Bit of a lock up on the way in, so a bit of time to find there on a future run. Turn 4, aggressive over the curb's entry and exit. 5, completely flat. Now get ready for 6 to close out sector 1 and start sector 2. Use all that run-off curb as we make our way onto this long back straight. Another DRS zone here as we open up the rear flap. Take a breather. Sector 2 is basically a corner. Turn 6. And now sector 3 begins with the super fast chicane in 6th gear. Car already very quick on these hard tyres. You can see the front tyres starting to get hot and give out. Brake at the 100. Down to 3rd. That inside curb's a bit hit and miss. Use all the runoff. And now the final few corners here as the front left starts to tap out. Penultimate corner, avoid locking if possible. Open up the line to get the nose into the final corner, and then open the DRS and run up to the line. 15.9 to beat, banker 19.1, so just over 3 seconds away. Not a bad start at all. So time for run number 2. I've halved the fuel from 30 to 15 litres. We're now running the medium C4 tyre, which is pretty soft. We're going to run balance, so a bit more engine mode on this run. And we're going to see exactly what we're looking at. A bit more wing as well, to give us a bit more grip in sectors 1 and 3. So here we go, front tyre pressure up. Hopefully we have no temperature issues, although the front left is already getting a bit warm. Turn 1, decent speed carry through there. Now then, we locked up turn 3 last lap. Nice and tidy. 3rd gear, nose goes in beautifully. Through 4, using the curb just about within track limits. Flat through 5. Now into 6. We're going to drop 2 gears a little bit early on the turn in. Had a slight correction, but not a major time loss. Now onto the back stretch. DRS open, take a breather and prepare the second half of the lap. Kicking things off with the chicane, currently 8/10 up. All back in there, a bit loose, a la Lance Stroll in Q3. DRS open again, spot the green box. 3rd, through the tricky right. And inside curb doesn't feel great. Final few corners, front left holding on a bit better this time. Penultimate corner, locking up in the wane is not going to help. That's going to ruin our front left through the final corner. Power down early. Here we go then. It's going to be at least a second quicker. Up to the line we go. 1.5, 17.6. Okay, encouraging stuff. Right, time for soft tyres. C3s, let's get to it and let's see if we get any closer. Here we go then. This is the most important part of the video so far. First run on softs, we're going to crank up the engine mode, and we're going to see exactly what we can do. Wings are the same, tyre pressures on the front are very high to hopefully keep tyre temps under control. But let's get to it then with the lap. Turn 1, carrying way more speed there in 4th gear. Car nicely planted under control. The extra horsepower from the engine mode is also going to help us a lot. Turn 3, beautifully dealt with there. Got a nice bit of rotation. Just shy of the apex, which is not the worst thing in the world. That was a very nice sector 1, 4 tenths up. Into 6 this time, not turning in too early. Beautifully using the curb on exit. Minimal corrections. This is a very smooth lap. DRS open again. Let's send it into the chicane. Might try 7th gear. Here we go. A bit too much lock. A bit too aggressive on the turn-in. Got to be a bit smoother. Left side tyres getting hot, especially the left rear. On the anchors. Keeping it in 4th this time through there. Little lift in 5th. And the final few corners. Try to avoid the front left lock up. Bit too much inside curb there. That's going to upset the balance. Final corner. DRS open. Will this challenge a 15.9? Oh, not quite. 16.5. We improve another second. I also reduced the fuel on that run, but not enough. We still need 6 tenths. I can make some small tweaks, but we go again. We're close. Here we go. This is the big one. We're going to run minimal fuel, enough for a lap. We're also going to run maximum engine modes. I've increased the tyre pressures even more to try and avoid that overheating. I've also upped the wings for sectors 1 and 3. So let's see. Hopefully the extra engine mode compensates for that. But this could be a contender. Here we go. Turn 1. Nicely done there in 5th. Bouncing over the curbs beautifully. Car working well. My last lap first sector was pretty decent. So I don't really think I'll improve a lot through here. I think the rest of the time is going to be in sector 3. Tidy. Tidy. Just keep it clean. If we match, that's good. We're a 10th up. Oh, bit too early there. My muscle memory just... They're still there from F1 23. We keep it at the barriers, but probably wasn't optimal. Although we did carry a lot of speed in 6th gear. And we have lost a little bit. Lost a 10th through there. That's okay. Still up though. Nice and smooth at this time. Look at that. Beautiful chicane. Great change of direction. Car absolutely glued to the racetrack. And this is where we're going to do the damage on time. Bump the curb. Smooth on the way out. Tyres are not overheating. They're perfect. Bit too early there as we take some grass on the way in. Avoid the sausage curb on the inside. This has been a much cleaner final sector. Back end just snaps a little bit through the final corner. Is this going to be the one? Here we go. Oh, not quite. 16.1. Okay, there's a little bit of time there, so we're going to go for it. We're going to lock in and just clean the lap up a little bit. The car's pretty much on the limit in terms of pace. There's not much more we can do on setup, so it's just about driving a cleaner and better lap. So let's try and put it all together. Wow. Woo. What a lap. That was absolutely perfect. Except for one corner. I just nicked the tyre in the gravel on the exit, I believe, of turn 12 or 13. It's the sharp right after the huge long back straight following the chicane. But great lap, 15.7. The first half of the lap up until the chicane, even after the chicane, was absolutely perfect. Nailed. Great lap. So first and foremost, let's talk about setup. So, C5 soft tyre and pressures 25 front, 19 rear, the highest we've run this season by quite some margin. We then head to the fuel, 3 litres for 3 laps, pretty much on the limit. Electronics were set to high and motor for the best, that was just the highest possible output. Aero 7.7, pretty high wing, but sectors 1 and 3 do need a bit of wing to get that kind of rotation, especially sector 3. And then the rest of the car is default, barring 55 brake bias. And yeah, pretty much, guys, there is your full story. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like and subscribe. Let's try and smash over 1,250 likes for this episode. And yeah, we'll see what happens in the race tomorrow or this morning, or I guess we'll find out. Maybe you're watching this after the race and it's already happened. Who knows? Prediction down below though if you haven't seen the race and you want to have a little guess to see who wins tomorrow. I think the Ferraris will be stronger. I think McLaren could be a bit stronger. But Red Bull just so hard to beat, man. Anyway, links down below, track, car, all that good stuff. Check all that stuff down below. As always, a big shout out to the members for supporting the channel and the content. Check out the 2 videos on screen if you haven't seen them already. And yeah, guys, cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care, and it's goodbye from me.